Good morning, everybody. It's me, David Brown, with this week's Design and Dialogue. I hope you're having a great week. As we sit here midweek in the second week of 2024, I want to share this week's Design and Dialogue. And this week, we're going to talk about how to develop offers that get accepted. Now, you might be thinking, haven't we just been through 2 quarters of layoffs and uncertainty and unemployment in the industry? And you would be right. We have been through those things. But I believe, and I'm starting to even see it through DBI, that a lot of the pent-up demand caused by higher interest rates is starting to kind of thaw and break free. I'm starting to get new clients. We're starting to hire for different firms around the country. And so I think now, in the beginning of 2024, is the best time to share these tips to ensure when your firm does get to a place where it needs to hire, you're putting together offers that are guaranteed to get accepted. So let's get started. Okay, the first thing to think about is what I call the 10% rule. Now, a little history on what this means. Now, when I talk to candidates, those that I am working with to get a new job, I always talk about salary requirements in the umbrella of a 10% increase because oftentimes, especially these days, candidates will come with some random number that doesn't make any sense or correlate in any way to what they're currently making or what the industry is offering or anything of that nature. So when I'm talking to candidates, I talk a lot about, well, look, let's just increase your pay by 10%. If we take your blank pay and add 10% to that, it is now Y. Is that an acceptable increase for you? Would you be excited about an offer like that, etc.? So that's where the 10% started. That's where it came from. And over time, I have started to use this same 10% rule when talking to employers, firms, or firm leaders looking to hire. And so what it means in this instance, when I'm talking about giving or developing an offer, it means whatever your range might be, whatever you're put together as your ideal pay, whether it's a range of 30 to 40 grand, or if it's maybe a number, we can give only this. It is a good practice to add 10% to it. Just do it. Just get comfortable with it. Before you post the job, before you give the job to me to start recruiting on, before you start to review resumes, before you do anything, you've got to think about what you're going to pay or what you would like to pay this candidate. And it is a good practice to add 10% to whatever that is. Because the 10% may be that little bit of money that gets you the right employee for the right price. It also gives your firm a little negotiating room that you have kind of pre-planned for, so it's not a big surprise when it starts to happen. So whatever you're thinking, whatever you're putting together, however your firm does it, ranges, number, whatever, add 10% to that. Now, don't give 10% off the bat. Hold it back in reserve. It may not be needed, but if you've at least budgeted for it, it's there, it's not a surprise, and you're not sweating as much. So remember, 10%. Okay, the second thing that you need to do to ensure your offer gets accepted is monetize the benefits you offer. Monetize how much money it cost you and then how much it's worth to the new employee to pay for medical, dental, vision. Maybe you are paying for AIA memberships. Maybe you are matching to a 401k. Take all of that and take it out of the unknown, the nebulous, and bring it back down to monetary values. When you join XYZ firm, our firm offers you these benefits. Your healthcare benefit is a value of $85,000, whatever. Your dental is $42,000, whatever it is. It's not going to be that high, but you get the gist. If you can monetize what the value in money is to a new employee to have their benefits paid, their medical and dental, to offer cell phone, to have a credit card for travel, whatever it is your firm does, if you can monetize that out and then share it at the offer, that really is impactful, because it's really hard, especially if it's just kind of the benefits that you always get, for a potential employee to understand the true value of what you're giving them. So if in an offer you can outline your base salary is this, you're going to get medical benefits at a cost benefit of this much to you, etc., and put that into an offer letter, it's going to go a very long way in keeping or getting that new candidate or that new employee very excited about the offer, and it helps them compare to maybe other offers that they're getting. Okay, my base salary is this, I wanted it to be more, but my goodness, look at all that I'm getting monetarily when they're paying for my benefits, when they're giving me X and Y and Z. And so that little explanation of what your benefits are worth is a critical part in getting your offer accepted each and every time. Okay, number 3, and the last thing that you can do to ensure that your offers get accepted is to put relationships over money. And this is my favorite one because it really doesn't cost anything, first and foremost, and it does an excellent job of you sharing who you are as a firm and letting the potential new employee really start to understand in a very clear and concise way what you and your firm are about. So what does it mean to put relationships over money? Sometimes it's as simple as handwritten thank you notes. Sometimes it's as complex and robust as a very clear message given to everyone that interviews about your culture, your future, your strategy for the next 3 to 5 years, etc., etc. Anything that you can do to develop a closer relationship with who is an unknown in all intents and purposes, the more you can create that relationship and grow it together, the better you'll be. Because the truth of the matter is this: money's important, benefits are important, we all must make a living. But when it comes down to it, and I've been doing this for 15, more than that, 25 years, when it comes down to it, potential employees make decisions based on the relationships they see and the value that gives them. Not the money, not the benefits, etc. Those things are important. But they're really evaluating, when they go apples to apples, they're evaluating, do I like these people? Do I like their mission statement? Do I like their culture? Do I like where they're going in the next few years? Those are things that elevate above benefits and pay every time. So if you want to ensure that your offer gets accepted, practice how to talk about your firm, how to talk about your culture, how to talk about how you treat your employees, the best things you do for your employees, employee success stories, promotions, whatever it is that is most appropriate for your firm. You have got to do a good job of articulating that day one in the first interview and repeating it until the offer is accepted. That's it. And that's probably the most critical of them all. Know who you are and know how to share it. And that's it for this week. Pretty straightforward, pretty simple. I do truly believe that we're going to start making offers again in the new year. As we all know, our industry of architecture and interior design is a roller coaster. It is an up and down. I think we've had our down. I think we're coming back up. And these 3 tips are going to really help you not only bring on the right talent, but keep them. Keep them in your firm long time. It is the foundation you build when you first hire someone that those new employees grow upon and become long-term successful employees for your firm. All right, everybody, have a great Wednesday. I will talk to you next week in that Design and Dialogue. Until then, like, share, and always comment. I get lots of comments from you guys. I really appreciate those. Happy to chat about anything I've talked about in this Design and Dialogue. Best to everybody. Talk to you soon.